It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only Survivor podcast. My name is Jake Scheidel, and each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how you doing?
Jake, I'm great. It's the movie's biggest night.
It's the movie's biggest night.
Magic of the movies being celebrated.
Yeah, and all the movies that we saw this year, and they're all good. Favorite movie of the year, Thomas? Favorite movie you saw this year?
What, this year?
This year, 2022.
I liked The Batman. I haven't seen many movies this year.
I haven't either. I saw Dune.
I saw Dune last year. I liked Dune a lot last year.
I watched Uncut Gems last night. Uncut Gems.
How did you like that?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Ariel did not like it. She went to sleep before the end. Like 5 minutes before the end.
That's a bummer.
And I was like, you're missing the whole thing. The whole lead up.
Yeah, don't you want to see how his bets turn out?
Yes. That's the whole fun of it. I think she doesn't care about basketball, and that's a big part of that movie. But as I explained, it's a movie for the boys.
That movie is much more about being a degenerate gambler than it is about basketball. But yeah, I get that. She wasn't a fan of KG. She didn't like the KG performance.
I recommended we watched it because Kevin Garnett is in some commercial for a lottery or something now. It's like, oh, movie's really good. Uncut Gems. So you're not on TikTok. What's her name from TikTok from Uncut Gems was on a interview and she pronounced it Uncut Gems.
Uncut Jam? Yeah, no, I'm familiar.
It's very funny.
Is that a thing on TikTok now?
Yeah, it's a big thing on TikTok. Well, it was a big thing on TikTok like a month ago.
Isn't there one from some movie where a guy's like a cannibal where they're like dancing or something?
Maybe on your side of TikTok.
It's like Sebastian Stan. I just saw a thing about this. This is how I hear about what's happening on TikTok. It's probably over by now.
I don't know. I saw a cat tapping the top of its owner's head as he was doing push-ups every time he would raise. So those are the kinds of TikToks I get. Not whatever you're talking about, but I'm sure it's somewhere on TikTok. Get a lot of cat friendships, animal cross-species friendships. Those are always fun. Dogs carrying sticks in their mouths. Love that one. Dogs carrying sticks that are too big, but they're determined, and they eventually get it. Oh, chef's kiss. That's fucking cinema right there.
One of those, TikTok, influencer couples?
Yeah.
Did you see that there was one of them where, the guy, murdered the woman from it?
Thomas, no, I missed that one.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty fucked up.
Way to bring the energy down.
I just don't want to talk about TikTok anymore, so I figured that was probably a good way to pull the ripcord.
That's good.
Yeah, Jake, you love TikTok, but have you considered that there are murderers on it?
Oh,
had you?
If I had known that, I would not have downloaded it. That's why I should only say on Twitter.com or no murderers allowed, except for, maybe a few murderers. You know who I'm talking about. The murderers. They have communities on Twitter now, and there's a whole murderers gang. A murderers row of murderers.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Have you used the Twitter communities at all?
No, I have not used Twitter communities, even once.
I clicked on it once because I said, what is this? And I saw there was one that was not surprising to see, and it was for our favorite show, Survivor. Thomas, did you watch Survivor 42 last night?
I want to say hello to the Survivor community.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Are you going to say hello to the Survivor community?
I just did.
No, you said you want to. You didn't actually do it, though.
I said I'm going to say hi to the Survivor community.
You don't say I want to have a pie and then act as if you've just eaten a pie. You know what I mean?
I hate so much everything about the way that this episode has gone so far.
Oh, I have to tell you about this other TikTok I saw. There's this TikTok I see every once in a while. This creator, I guess they're called TikToker, I don't know. But it's like, would you eat his pie? And then it zooms in on this pie on a windowsill, and then through the kitchen window, you can see a little frog in there with a little chef's hat on. It's very cute.
Okay. I guess you had to watch it.
You know what I liked watching this week? It was the show Survivor, and this week's episode was called Go for the Gusto. What do you think of that episode title?
Pretty good.
Thank you.
I don't know that it's given the way that everything shook out this episode. I don't know if that's a strategy people actually want to emulate, but yeah. Some people certainly went for the gusto this episode.
Yeah. I think regardless of context, it's a good title for whatever, you know?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, good job. So far this season, pretty good with the titles. Above average, I would say.
Yeah, solid.
Over on the Taku beach, Lindsay is happy the tribal went well, but is nervous about Marianne's extra vote. She just revealed to everyone that she had this extra vote, which seems like a bad move on Marianne's part, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's tough with that because like you kind of need to. Ideally, you have people you can clue in on it so you can use it strategically, but then it puts a target on your back. So.
Yeah, when there's still 4 people in your tribe, it's not going to do you a lot of good right now. But you know, whatever. If we were playing Survivor, maybe it would turn out different. But Jeff will not return my calls. Marianne also finds the beware advantage at their beach, and her phrase is, "It's another case of the bunny rabbit eating dinner in the mailbox." These are getting better and better.
Yeah, I really appreciate this, especially with the implication that someone is just going to have to keep saying it forever.
Yeah.
Because another player won't use theirs.
I hope it continues. I don't know how much longer they'll be able to keep this up, but I hope it's at least through the merge. What if they continue to say it after the merge just for fun?
That'd be pretty fun. The thing with it is I think Marianne is like uniquely equipped to get away with it without people necessarily suspecting anything.
Yeah.
People are just going to be like, oh, it's just Marianne being Marianne.
She did a really good job of like providing a context for the phrase, as opposed to Brad last season who was like, it's like the broccoli and the my hair, and also we're on an island. I like what you said about the broccoli, remember when Xander said that to
Yeah,
her?
I don't know that I agree that she did a good job of providing context. It sounded pretty incoherent to me.
I disagree. I think it made a lot of sense that I would say, yes, Marianne, I 100% understand what you're talking about. I remember that story.
I appreciated that after she went through her whole thing of talking uninterrupted, Jeff just went, okay, and then they moved on to the next thing that they were talking about.
Yeah, it was great. He let her do her thing, and then was like, all right, time to move on. It was perfect.
No more of this.
Over on Vati, Daniel Strunk has lost his swimming shoes, and he goes over to Mike and says that he needs to read the rules of the idol to get specific. And then when he gives the idol back, or when he goes to give the idol back, he has found he's actually lost it. So he has to backtrack and finds it with Mike. This was fantastic. This was a very bad episode for Daniel Strunk, but this was very funny.
Yeah, this was entertaining for sure. Yeah, a bit of a disaster for your guy this whole episode.
Disaster Strunk.
Do you think that he strunk his chances of winning?
Absolutely. As I said on our Twitter, which is DYWSLN, Daniel Strunk, more like Daniel sunk his game. And you can respond.
That's a joke. That's a joke I just made. What was there to say?
I made it.
You should have pulled a Jeff and just moved on.
You should have pulled a Jeff and moved on.
I always pull a Jeff, and then I'm very mean.
At the immunity challenge, Marianne makes up this story about the bunny rabbit in the mailbox. Then they have to retrieve a ladder and do some keys into the sandbags. You know, they get tools and fruit if they win. This challenge was significant because of the very big waves, and Jonathan carrying the rest of his tribe through the entire challenge and winning it for his team. Meanwhile, neither of the other tribe can get through the second portion because they're nearly drowning.
Yeah, this was bad challenge design. It really is like the only... It's bad challenge design if only one player is up to the task of doing it.
Yeah. One player who is the size of Thor. Yeah, pretty bad time. Production retrieves the keys for them. Ika wins the second place prize. And Taku sends Chanel and Omar to the journey, as they're calling it. I don't get why they're calling it the journey. I don't like journey as a... It should be called...
No, I don't either.
It should be called summit, you know? That's what they used to call these things.
Yeah, I prefer that also. Well, it makes perfect sense, because you are like... You're walking to the top of a summit.
Yeah. They're just like, no, we can't do anything too obvious. Let's make it stupid and convoluted. Over on Vati, Strunk, Hai, and Lydia target Jenny, but Mike and Jenny want Daniel Strunk out. And then Daniel Strunk tells them he's actually with Mike and Jenny. He's just trying to keep up appearances with Hai and Lydia. Doing too much too early, Daniel.
Yeah, this is just... You don't want to put yourself out there this much, because you're going to become a target very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Just be chill. Just be chill early in the game. Be friends with people. Don't be too sneaky. You know? You know what I'm saying? All sneakiness got is $1 million. I don't know.
What?
Who has been the sneakiest Survivor winner, do you think?
Probably Sandra.
Yeah. I wouldn't disagree. I can't think of everybody who's ever won Survivor. I'm not a fucking nerd, but maybe Erica last season. She stuck around and was sneaky the whole time.
Yeah, she's pretty sneaky.
Except with that hammer, and she smashed the whole hourglass, and then there was glass everywhere. Can't sneak around.
That wasn't really sneaky though, because they announced it to everyone.
That's my point. So it's not her, actually. Maybe Tommy, actually, the season before, or 39. She was just, like, friendly with everybody. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of saying words, you know?
Yeah, that's been a theme this episode.
Mm-hmm. This whole podcast, you might say, since the very beginning. On the journey, Omar gets good vibes from Chanel. And Chanel says she can't lose her vote tonight. And then you know what they did?
You know it's a great way to not lose your vote? To not risk it.
Yeah. I mean, you could just save your vote. You could ensure that you could vote tonight since you have so few numbers. But instead, they both risk their vote, which means neither of them gets to vote.
I've been waiting for this to happen. I was so excited.
I think making it 2 people to go on the journey instead of 3 makes this much more likely to happen, and that's fun. You should be punished for being too greedy. It's the lesson of Survivor.
They both got greedy. They read each other wrong.
Yep. It's good. I do like Chanel and Omar together, though. I would like to see them continue a relationship, should they both make the merge. Meanwhile, on Vati, Lydia wants to keep Daniel around. Chanel returns and tells Daniel that she doesn't have a vote. So they're going to have Lydia and Hai split the vote between Mike and Jenny. I don't understand why she felt this way. Why couldn't they just take out whoever they all agreed on? Why did they need to do all this splitting of the votes kind of thing?
I think it was to trick people into thinking that people had votes that didn't. I thought that was the strategy there.
But why?
Because you don't want to have them know going in ahead of time that 2 of the people in your alliance can't vote.
Sure, but like they had the numbers to get right. Wouldn't they have had the numbers if? Because Mike couldn't vote. I don't think so.
I mean, I don't think. I think the problem was that they didn't all agree on who should be voted out.
Oh, sure.
So they did not have the numbers.
That's the trouble with the game of Survivor. You got to make these hard choices.
But what ultimately resulted was one of the dumbest tribal councils of all time.
Yeah, but before we talk about that, though, Thomas, we do need to get into these wildlife shots.
How'd you like that one, like, super... I like that every episode they're doing, like, one super close-up.
Yeah,
Of
Very
like
cool.
they had that lizard that they came back from, and it was just like super cool, like high def shot of the lizard. I thought that was pretty cool.
Are you talking about the iguana?
Yes.
Yeah, iguana's very cool. Iguanas can freeze in Florida
Yes.
and fall out of trees.
Yeah, they fall out of the trees. It's very funny.
Yeah. We also saw a spider. We saw some crabs, of course. We saw your son, Roland the Bat. It's been a minute since we saw Roland the Bat.
Great to see him. Always love to see my boy.
How's he been? I'm sure you guys caught up.
It seems like he's doing all right. It's been a little while.
Yeah. We also got a close-up of the giant Fijian longhorned beetle. I cannot remember if we've talked about this or not before, but these guys, they are native to Fiji. They're the second largest beetle in the world at 15 centimeters. They bore into trees and live in them, feeding on fruit. They're a dull brown so that they can camouflage against the trees. They have 4 wings, 2 of which are hard and on top of the softer wings beneath in order to protect those ones while not in use. It takes them 12 years to reach adulthood. Now, Thomas, where would you think the IUCN lists them on their red list of endangered species?
I'm going to say lowest possible.
You'd be correct because they don't even acknowledge these animals. Despite requests...
Oh, they're like, these animals aren't real. They know what they did.
The whatever group in Fiji has requested that they be recognized as endangered, and the IUCN has been like, yeah, whatever.
They're like, that's not even a real animal.
Yeah, we don't give a shit about that thing. Let them die, who cares? So that's pretty fucked up. Not cool on their part, but whatever. I just do wildlife shots every week. What do I know? Every animal should be not endangered. I mean...
Yeah.
That's my hot take on...
Why haven't they thought of that?
On global warming? You know they're making new bears now because of global warming?
What are the new bears they're making?
I believe they're called growler bears because they growl.
What?
No, growler bears. I think they're growler bears, actually. They're polar bears that have had to move south, or maybe polar or grizzly bears have had to go north or something because the weather is changing and they want to get in a more habitable place. But because of that, there aren't as many bears of the same species around, so they are mating with each other and doing, creating a new species of bear that is a mix between polar bear and grizzly bear.
Interesting.
It is interesting. I don't know where that's at.
Life finds a way.
As Jeffrey Goldblum said, grizzly bear plus polar bear. Polar bear.
As the guys from Grizzly Bear said.
Grizzly polar bear hybrid. This is a special second wildlife shot. They're fucking cute.
How long do you think it took for them to start mating? 2 weeks? Oh,
I get it. This is the song.
Yes.
From the song by Grizzly Bear, the group. Yeah. They're also called the Growler Bear, Pizzly Bear, Grizzlar, and
these names all suck.
Pizzly Bear sucks?
Yes.
It's better than Grizzly Polar Bear Hybrid.
Yes.
Since 2006, it's been happening. So, that's the Pizzly Bear.
Yeah?
Like, maybe they could just do a season of Survivor in Canada, and we could see a Pizzly Bear.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Instead, we have to see our 100th tribal council in Fiji. Hai says they're all struggling. Chanel says that she played it safe. Mike says he believes people, taking them at face value. I'm warming up to Mike.
I like Mike. I think he's an entertaining character. I do think that's probably not a great way to play Survivor.
Do you think it's because of those shoes that you're like Mike?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good movie reference, good movie. Maybe we can watch it after this season. Like Mike is a basketball movie. Thank you for listening. Like Uncut Gems.
Yes, it's starring Jesse Plemons.
Oh, I forgot about that. Mike says he believes people, taking them at face value. Daniel says he will lose Survivor 42 because he's always paranoid. Daniel Strunk, buddy, I don't think that's the reason you're going to lose this game. Hai seems offended that Daniel didn't mention him when Jeff asks who calms him. And then he catches Chanel saying that they're going to vote for Lydia. They vote. Lydia gets 2 votes. Jenny gets 2 votes. They re-vote. Lydia gets 1 vote. Jenny gets 1 vote. And Hai turns to Jeff and says, where are the votes? Great episode for Hai. This was great.
A lot of really good reactions from Hai throughout this entire Tribal Council.
Yeah. They must...
Many would say that he was the star of this Tribal.
Hey now, he is the star of this episode. So that's pretty good. That's pretty fun, what I did just then. And you, again, didn't respond at all, whatever.
I thought you were going to go back to talking about Tribal Council.
Yeah, I am.
What do you expect me to say in these situations? Like, good job.
Yes, that's all I'm asking for.
Nice one, nice one, Jake.
Just one single good job would be nice to hear.
Give you an attaboy.
Like Tom said on Palau, it's a nice attaboy. Strunk and Hai must come to a unanimous decision, otherwise they will have to draw rocks, and Daniel Strunk does not want to draw rocks, so he immediately throws Chanel under the bus. Bad look. Bad move from Daniel Strunk. I felt very embarrassed.
Daniel Strunk had one of the worst, to go out and be like, I'm going to take control of this discussion, and then immediately be like, it was her fault, she made me do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Hai...
Literally all he needed to do here is just go, I don't want to go to rocks. Hai's not going to move, so all we're going to do is, like, I'm sorry, but I'm going to switch my vote so that we don't go to rocks. And you know what? People probably would have understood that, but instead he individually pissed everyone off.
Yeah, he continues to ask if they'll hold a grudge against him, Lydia and Hai. And, like, obviously they're going to say no. Like, what else are you supposed to say in that situation?
But, like, yes.
Yeah, of course. Like, you'll be lucky to survive 1 more week, Daniel Strunk.
Yeah, he is not in good shape.
No. Hai, however, looks very good after this episode. He just flatly told Jenny, like, I'm really sorry I had to vote for you. Just says to her face. And Mike asks him if Hai will ever change his vote, and he says no. So Daniel succumbs, and they vote out Jenny.
Yeah, this is a big tribal for Hai. He preserved his strongest alliance. He found out that 2 people don't have votes.
Mm-hmm.
Although Chanel's getting her vote back after this one, right?
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, but he knows that Mike can't vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he has a very easy target for next week. Or next tribal that they go to, at least. So last week, Thomas, you had 12 points. I had 11 points. It's still a very close game here early in the season. Swati survived for Ika. Roxroy survived for Ika, so we both got points for that one. Marianne and Omar both didn't go to Tribal Council, so we both survived that. And somehow, Hai and Daniel Strunk both survived on Vati. Incredible. I love that both of our people were like the main people in that Tribal Council. Like,
yeah, and they're both in equally good shape going forward.
Yeah, I would say so. Ika won reward, so you got a point for that. However, the reward was not pizza, so no point for that. Neither was it nor was it coffee. No point for that for me. Ika won immunity also, so because it was 1 and 1, 2 and 1, whatever. So I got a point for that. No other points were won. How did Arizona do in the NCAA tournament this year, Thomas?
Oh, Jake, I hate to say it, they were upset. They lost to Houston in the Sweet 16.
How did North Carolina do?
They are currently in the Elite Eight. They're playing St. Peter's today to determine whether they go to the Final Four or not.
Well, interesting.
Well, it's a shame that neither of us will be able to get points from it because they can't play each other.
Well, but we did say if a team wins the championship, we'll get the point. So
okay, so you need North Carolina to win the national title.
I mean, I'm just saying if I want to catch up to you, because you're at 16 points now, I'm only at 15.
Well, I was already rooting for St. Peter's in that game, but I'm definitely rooting harder for them now.
I don't know why, but I know St. Peter's will call my name. Thank you. That's all I'm looking for, Thomas.
But that was when you ruled the world.
That was when I ruled the world, exactly. That was when I ruled the Wordle.
Just picturing you with the big drum that the guy had in that Apple commercial.
Oh man, I think the world has gotten worse since the like green background, black silhouette iPod commercials.
Yeah, it's bullshit that we don't have iPod commercials anymore.
Yeah, everybody's got an iPod now, so who needs it?
Yeah, now they're all like regular commercials. Although the one that they have for the iPhone right now is has what's the band that Edgar Wright just did a documentary about?
I know who you're talking about. Peaches? No, that's not right. Flinches? Something like that.
No, let me look it up.
No, I'm looking it up. You continue what you're talking about, and I'm going to look it up, and I'll tell you here in a second. Oh, Shaun of the Dead. The band Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, that's who it is. No, it's Sparks.
Sparks. He's doing the Running Man?
The Sparks song. This town ain't big enough, or isn't big enough for the two of us.
Edgar Wright is doing a remake of The Running Man?
He is? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you could say it's showtime.
You could say it's showtime. We'll have to watch that when that comes out. It has only been announced. It doesn't even have a release date yet.
Yeah.
Still need to watch Sparks. Still need to watch The Last Night in Soho. But I think I've seen all of his other movies. Anyway, where were we? Who is going to win reward next week? Ika, Vati, or Taku? And by Taku, I do mean Jonathan. Do you think...
I'm going to say Taku. I got to bet on Jonathan at this point.
Honestly, I'll say Ika then. Who will win the reward? And by that, I mean, what will the reward be?
That's a great question, Jake. And well phrased.
Thank you.
I'm going to say there's going to be... Well, I don't... It seems like unlikely that there would be beer because there's enough underage contestants.
Gross.
Well, they're legal adults. I'm not getting into this. Not taking that bait.
That jail bait.
Shut the fuck up. So I'm going to say it will be... I'm going to say that they're going to get rice as a reward.
Oh, that'd be really good. I don't know how you expect them to get rice. Angelina's not even there.
She's not there to play the rice card.
God damn it. Jeff, you gave this to me a few seasons ago, remember? I just wanted to cash it in for these folks. Yeah. When will she come back?
Liked,
Please soon.
Making big moves so much that she took advanced big moves.
Yes. I'm going to stick with my previous guess and say it will be coffee that is won on the reward. I feel like coffee's always an early gang reward.
I mean, it's a solid guess. They do get it quite a bit.
Coffee and a fucking roll of Charmin toilet paper. A perfect combination.
What if you were a Survivor player and you just, until you got coffee as a reward, you'd just be like, don't talk to me. I haven't had my coffee yet.
That'd be really good. If I'm ever good on Survivor, that's going to be my bit.
You do like a gift of the Magi bargain where you bargain away your flint and in order to get coffee, but then you can't light the fire.
Oh my god. That'd be so fucking funny. Who's winning immunity?
Which one is the Jonathan one again?
Taku.
I'm still going to vote for Taku.
I'm going to also vote for Taku. Who's getting voted out?
I'm going to say... It's tough with Blue because I don't know how those alliances are going to shake out. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like Roxroy is really helping them that much, so I think I'm going to continue to say Roxroy is going to get voted out.
I think Roxroy will not be voted out because I do think he's going to win the game. I think it will unfortunately be... I'm trying to decide between Daniel, Strunk, and Chanel. It's going to be one of them. But I'm leaning towards Chanel, and I feel really bad about it. I feel like they're going to the Daniel Strunk versus Chanel is everybody's going to come to Daniel Strunk's side because he's kooky and people like him.
I don't think Daniel's going to win, but I think he'll be able to throw a couple people under the bus before he gets voted out.
I don't think he's going out. He made himself look too much like an ass to be a worry of anybody's anymore. And I feel like anytime anybody has a really bad episode like that, they work really hard to redeem themselves in future episodes, and people are so willing to forgive people, especially Hai and Lydia. It seems like
they shouldn't. I mean, I feel like this is, if they go to more tribals, this is their point to take control.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Thomas. I'm very excited for the merge so I can get Daniel Strunk, or as I like to call him, Daniel Stink, off my team, because my team is a little stinky right now.
Yeah, it could be going better for you. Could
be better. I mean, I am still getting points every week from all the people in my team, but I don't know for how much longer. We're still waiting on a cryptocurrency or Applebee's product placement reward challenge. Arizona's out, so you're not getting any more points for that one. Hey, all power to North Carolina. Let's go. Picked you at random. I'm so happy you might be in the Final Four. Okay, so that's next week. Thomas, what is your Twitter? If people wanted to follow you on twitter.com, our favorite website, where would they do so?
You can follow me at TomNotTom.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, the show, Survivor is airing, or when any news breaks, Survivor or not. Oh, this is the new thing I'm doing with the Survivor Twitter we have, Thomas. I'm going to just tweet about current events and how cool and fun they all are.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
I'll be like, can you believe Ted Cruz promoted this book? That was weird.
Crazy.
That's at DYWSLN. It's the initials of the show, of course, or on Instagram if you want to do that. It's the Only Survivor podcast. Or, if you want to be a gem on Uncut Jam, you can find a few shows of ours on Patreon. It's called patreon.com/justpodcast. What show are we shouting out this week, Thomas?
Oh, boy. Let's say... Oh, man, I'm trying to think of some of the more recent ones that we've had. Do we have one more recent than Pope and Change?
I don't think so. I think Pope and Change is our most recent, whatever it's called, podcast. Doing a really good job promoting this, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
What's that thing?
Yeah, what are we doing right now?
What is this?
Whatever, Pope and Change. It's a Pope podcast.
Shit.
Barack Obama's gonna be on it. Maybe you've heard of him.
You know the guy, Barack Obama? Actually, I think we do have one more recent than Pope and Change. Which is...
Oh, yeah, I thought so too, but I don't remember what it is.
It's Justpedia.
Oh, Justpedia. That's where we look up stuff on Wikipedia.
Exactly, which you're not going to get here on Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? Of course, you can't subscribe now to Did You Watch Football This Week because they are on hiatus now. If they were real athletes, they would do every week. But I guess some boys need to rest. Oh, it's summer, I want to rest.
Oh, baby, I have to rest because I am
running
into other people at extremely high speeds.
You know what I call R&R for a football player? Running back and running back. Because there's two running backs on each side.
Okay. Sure.
Football, that's my favorite sport. I love the way they throw it down the field. Let's thank the listeners here, Thomas, for sticking with us. Because I'll say, this was like a top-tier episode of ours.
Uh-huh.
So let's just say thanks for doing what you're doing, listeners. And that's listening.
I would like to thank the listeners.
And if they wanted to review us, where would they?
5 stars. I know that there's no stars on Spotify.
There is stars on Spotify now.
Oh, there is now? Okay, yeah. 5 stars. and then just say, this is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up. And then on Spotify, you also add, I look forward to seeing this in my Spotify Wraps.
And last week it was my birthday. It was literally my birthday when we recorded, and we said, hey, to celebrate my birthday, it'd be super nice if somebody would go and rate the show. And none of our listeners are like birthday celebrators, apparently. So I guess that's where we're at.
We'll just have to wait till my birthday to see if people want to do it then.
That's so long from now. We're going to have to wait months.
Yeah, you're going to be like 40 by the time
I'm not going to be 40. I'm not going to be 40. I'm not going to be 40, okay? I'll put it on record. I will not be 40 years old.
What are
ever.
you, a ska band? Because you be 40.
Have a great summer.
42 says.
So long and thanks for all the fish. So sad that it should come to this. We tried.
What about a superhero Wordle? You think it exists?
Probably. There's like a billion different Wordles right now.
Wordle's Marvel clone, Marvel. I'm amazed. Oh boy, it's a lot of letters. Okay, I'm gonna say it's gotta be a Marvel hero, right? Because it is a Marvel game.
Presumably, yes.
It is 8 letters long. Ant-Man with 3 N's. Not found. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Cyclops is not quite long enough. It's only 7.
Yeah, what is the standard here? Is it like all Marvel comics? Is it stuff that is it only like MCU stuff? Like what are we talking here?
I'll be honest, Thomas, I did not read the article.
That's for the best. It's like when you get those when you're looking up a recipe and then there's like a 300 paragraph thing about it so that they can squeeze a bunch of banner ads in and like video ads.
Iron Man. God damn it. Who's the guy with the bow and arrow?
Hawkeye.
Thomas, I'll tell you what. Not enough letters.
No,
this game
damn
sucks. I quit.
Is it like... It couldn't be Daredevil. That's too many letters.
That's too many letters. Yeah, I don't know.
Did it tell you? Do you know what it is?
No, I couldn't even get one guess done. This is the hardest version of...
Is it like She-Hulk? Can you do a hyphen?
I cannot do a hyphen.
Well, okay.
Weapon H. I don't think it's probably not
Weapon
that
X?
one. Weapon X. Let's try it. Weapon X. No, not enough letters.
Again, I think there's a hyphen for that one too.
I can't do hyphens.
I know, that's why I said.
Oh shit, I know. Nick Fury. Okay, I got the N. There's also an R and an I in it. Nightcrawler.
That seems like too many letters.
I got a Nightcraw. Okay, Marvel characters starting with N. Nerd Hulk?
I'd be really mad if it was Nerd Hulk.
Word not found, not considered. Namor, Nathaniel Richards, Nerd Hulk, Nebula, The New Sentinels, Nightmare, Nightcrawler, Nighthawk, Nick Fury, Nile, Northstar, Nova, Nuke, or Nuke. Those are the only ones that start with N.
And you know for sure it gave you the green one for N?
It gave me the green one for N, a yellow one for I, and a yellow one for R.
Huh.
Angel, but like angel, but you take the A off.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Maybe it's somebody's real name?
What would that be?
I don't know.
Stan Lee. That's probably it, right?
It's probably it, yeah. Oh, no. Neutron. No, that's not it. It's Jimmy Neutron.
Yep, we had the same thought there.
Namorita. I don't know who that is. Namorita. Thomas, it was Namorita.
Who is that? Who is that?
Namorita is the cousin of the savage Namor in the Submariner. She was probably a member of the New Warriors.
All the fucking Submariner people. Get fucked.
However, some may say she was the cause for her and her teammate to die in the catalyst explosion of the Civil War.
With this.
She recently returned displaced from time.
Oh yeah, who could forget?
I totally
forgot when she returned after being displaced from time. I thought that she was still placed in time.
It's the fucking
so
Speed
I didn't
Force,
think
Thomas.
that she was like an eligible guest for this.
Namorita is Oscar nominated because she's from the Speed Force. I had to find this information on comicvine.gamespot.com. This game sucks.
Yeah, what fucking bullshit. Smarten up, Probst.